Hey, it's May here. Do you ever get really busy and then you're under a lot of pressure, maybe deadline pressure, and then all of a sudden something unexpected, or maybe it's a couple of unexpected things get thrown in, and all of a sudden you are thrown off your stride. You're into overwhelm and it can be really upsetting. Well, that just happened to me recently. And my team and I had a lot of deadlines and we had everything just about under control when I got an email saying that the economics of a particular project were going to be changed and a lot less positive. I got another message that we had a new deadline, and that deadline involved a huge amount of work when my team was already totally stretched. Well, on top of it, I had just come back from a full day of meetings. I was already jet lagged, having just flown in from California the night before, and I was exhausted. So when all of these things came all of a sudden, I got upset and I was unable to focus on doing the important things that I still needed to get done. So the question is, what do you do when you're in the thick of that? Especially when you know you need to get a grip, you need to prioritize, and you need to stay productive, but that's easier said than done. Well, here are the 5 things I did in this situation. First is about awareness. I recognized that I was in this situation, and that helped me to realize I needed to do some self-managing. The second thing is I changed my physical environment. I got up, walked out to the kitchen. I just did some stretching, regular breathing, change of scenery. The third thing I did was I sought out some human interaction. And unless human interaction is what got you into this stressful position in the first place, talking it out with somebody is really helpful. So that really calmed me down rather than allowing myself to sit and stew all by myself and just keep on running through these issues in my mind. Then the fourth thing I did was, when I was a little bit calmer, I did an assessment. I looked at the numbers and I said, you know what, these economics aren't going to be as bad as I initially thought, and maybe we can even offset them. And then the fifth thing was I took some action. I took some action by delegating to an outside group a lot of these tasks that came with that new deadline. And that's the way I protected my team. So I outsourced it. So each of us has to know ourselves in these situations because we're all different. But one thing I do know is no matter who we are, when work or life throws us a curveball, and you know that's going to happen, then the key is to figure out how you're going to be aware of this. You got to be aware, and that underpins everything, and that'll be common for all of us, because only when you're aware can you really start to self-manage in the best possible way. And then it's about taking actions and learning to manage yourself from a physical standpoint, a mental standpoint, and an emotional standpoint, and taking actions that are really going to help you in all 3 of those areas. So I'm curious, what do you do when you get thrown those curveballs and you get thrown off track? I'd love to hear, so leave me a comment. And if you're watching this from anywhere other than my blog, head on over to maybusch.com/blog, and I look forward to welcoming you there. In the meantime, I invite you to be bold, play big, and spark joy for yourself and everyone around you.